It's time we were one another's mirrors, don't you think? Perhaps if our politicians simplified our outlook in all that we do, we might get better results. What am I saying here? Look at these people, former Senate President Saraki and others. They couldn't help it. Full agbada and suits. They even managed a high table. This was at a visit to an IDP camp. Princess Diana would have showed them how to dress and sit amongst the IDP campers. President Buhari is forever seen in the most lavish agbadas, even when he has to go to places that would require him to roll up his sleeves. Senators and representatives look like a cumbersome lot when in their respective chambers. Is it just me, or do others feel that, like these people, might look more efficient with the agbada off? I believe that dress affects productivity. I am also aware that we do try to promote our culture by wearing ours. But frankly, all these people in ceremonial garb, when in fact they're at work, the average woman looks downright sloppy, too colorful and overdressed. Will this not affect her performance? My belief is that our politicians are proverbially dressed in bow ties to go out with a shovel, and they will hinder their own performance.
Can I just stand up? Because I wore this. Ladies and gentlemen, I wore this for Chuka. Color. And incidentally,
carry on.
Incidentally, we didn't plan it.
Yeah, I didn't wear this for Chuka, but here you go.
Beautiful color. We also didn't plan it.
Can check me out.
But you can check out Ekene's color. Because we're not, should we do the politicians or do we deal with the bottom?
No, first let's talk about how the color affects our productivity.
How, Chuka? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure it's color in itself. Color and the mode of dress, the style of dress.
It's because
it's flamboyant. What?
Flamboyant.
Okay, when you say flamboyant.
And then, hang on. Flamboyant, and it's not, it doesn't,
it's not practical.
It's not practical. It's not made to fit well so you can do work. I mean, for instance, you know why I'm complaining about the agbadas, don't you? I don't think I need to explain.
No, please.
That.
No,
I
want to take it in different blocks because...
If what I'm wearing now, I could jump over this table.
You could be Superman. But then, Chuka, you wear clothes.
I could dig a hole with a shovel right now with this. Buhari cannot even so much. Look at when he's even walking up to his desk to sit down and talk with his officials. The guy just looks like...
Well, let's just take it for granted. You don't like Buhari, and that's okay.
No.
Allow me to say something to you about
and everybody.
All jokes aside, something about clothes. People, there are two types of relationships with clothes. Right? As one who is, I've had a very deep relationship, and I don't wear... When I wear clothes, actually, I don't wear them, just wear them. There's a lot of, messaging that goes into what I wear and when I choose to wear it, etc., etc. Chuka, you wear clothes as shelter for your body.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
The rest of us enjoy wearing clothes.
We express
We take pleasure out of what we wear.
Sorry.
I have 3 rooms of clothes. Are you telling me I've got to stick to the boring black, to funeral black?
No.
The British grey?
British, yes. No, I'll tell you something. When you said you are something traditional, you dress to cover yourself up, and I said
no, that
yes.
I
didn't realize that you were directing it at me. I thought you said you.
No.
So my answer is no. I dress the way it's the message I want to give out. That's how I dress.
And so what message are you giving out with this?
With this?
Like he can jump over the table at any given moment.
I will take... everybody should go back to the past issues of... the past episodes of The Advocate, and they'll know why I'm dressed like this, because I once had to... I once had to wear something that... I haven't lived it down. I was very quiet throughout that episode.
Let me detour a bit.
Yes, detour, please.
Sorry, Chuka, let me detour a bit. Because when you mentioned Princess Diana, I was fascinated. When I looked at the picture...
No, he wants them in skirts and blouses.
No. Please let me carry on. Please allow me to carry on. Yeah. So I didn't say let me finish. Variation. So Princess Diana, I could see what you meant. She went to these people. She was sitting with them. In one, she had her hand on someone's cheek, and so she was not just the dress, but beyond the dress, she was communicating affection, and I'm one of you. Yeah. But interestingly, when I looked at some pictures of Aisha Buhari, when the collapsed building, she went to the hospital with the VP's wife as well. She managed to do the same thing. She was wearing the full thing, but there's a picture of her which hopefully will come up. This lady just embraced her for dear life, and the smile and the genuineness you got with that image was really, it sent a message to me. And you had another child. So it's not about dress. The queen will wear her queen thing. People wear, it's about the care you want from your politicians. You want them to care. If somehow Saraki was able to get down in his agbada, we don't mind. If he's able to,
and
more substantially, if he can meet the needs of those people, we don't even care what they wear. Let them meet our needs. Let them meet our everyday needs.
You guys are wearing our Nigerian traditional.
I disagree.
Can I say that?
So are you.
Can I say that? It's a bit like, let's drag this further a little bit, like to say that there's form and there's function. If a soldier going to war, will he wear agbada? No, he wears uniform.
Which Buhari used to do.
So it fits the function. The form fits the function. So I think that politicians, there are two things here at play, in my view, that and Princess Diana communicated that in wearing jeans and a shirt, rose sleeveless. It showed, it showed that she was, you don't dress overdress. You dress for the occasion. I would think that the people who were managing the politicians, in this case, maybe the Senate president going to that visit, should have, maybe he wants something, spoken to him and say, look, or even make the effort of, you come out of the car, be a bit dramatic, you take it off.
They see you rolling and say, I know where I'm coming to.
It creates empathy, because that's one thing that Princess Diana was, everybody talked about, the princess of empathy.
And just to buttress your point.
So I think it's necessary.
You really made the point, but I think somehow it just kind of like went above our heads slightly, because it's about what message they're trying to communicate to the people. Princess Diana, she's royalty. She wants to let them know that I can come to your level and I'm approachable. Our politicians don't want to tell us that, but it does not mean that they're not productive or as productive. But it's the message. It's just the message they're giving out.
Sorry, wait. I don't know if did you finish what you were saying?
What I'm trying to explain to you is that you can be dressed to the nines and still be as productive. I think even before we started the show today, I was giving an example of someone I know very close to me who, she'll have a baby, nails, full face of makeup, mini skirt, high heels, whatever, and she's handling it like a champion. Me personally, I can't do that. But I'm not. The fact is, it's not slowing her down. It's not stopping her from doing anything with her children or even at her work. She's actually very successful at her job, and she's giving it high heels.
And she wears colors,
and colors. She gives her colors. So what weave on everything. So what I'm telling you is that it's not really.
I still disagree. I'll tell you.
People who dress in that way, they're usually quite comfortable in that way, and people who dress in a different way are usually quite comfortable in that. You'd be amazed that, look at someone like Kim Kardashian. She will wear her high heels and her tight clothes any which way, whether she's chilling on the bed or she's going out. She's very productive, I can tell you that much, So I don't really think it's just...
I'll tell you. If Buhari was, and I'm going to use him because
you just don't like our politicians.
No.
I want to hear.
No.
I understand.
It's almost every Nigerian. I can't stand to see a CEO of a company dressed in full agbada when he shouldn't be. When there's work to do. No, he is. No, some of them dig holes with the agbada on, which is a problem for me. And it goes beyond the dress and the occasion, are two things that, it's a mindset thing. Why is it that when Buhari wants to sit down with his ministers, there's a huge table that there's nobody that doesn't have 5 meters between them, and they say they're holding a meeting in full agbada, but when you hear that there's a problem in 10 Downing Street, guess what? They sit on the tightest table. Everybody rolls up their sleeve. Boris Johnson has taken off his jacket. Everything is rolled up.
Doesn't still stop him from being a buffoon.
Excuse me. Yeah, not to worry. The buffoon matter is another matter. He will be your next prime minister. So anyway, so you then sit and you get things done. We don't get things done in Nigeria because of our setup, our mindset. The dress, the place we sit with that dress on, it's all one thing. We are a bunch of people who are not really working, and so we don't dress for the occasion. If you are working, you will dress for it.
No, but you're saying that if they go to an IDP camp, he shouldn't have been wearing agbada. Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But his advisors, maybe he didn't think about it. Maybe he was comfortable. His advisors should have told him. Princess Diana wasn't just dressing like that. She had a whole heap of advisors and PR machine behind her.
What our priority should be, I think, is not on what they look like. It's what they do.
Doing.
No,
and that's measurable.
Because
this other one isn't.
Is
because
how they're
sorry, Chuka, let me say it. Because this other bit is not measurable. I would rather have somebody who performs than looks, packages themselves. Are they selling me a gadget?
I've been in government, I can tell you this. Let me tell you why. If you live with a mindset of show, of form without function, that is why a day before a VIP visits, the roads are covered.
Yes.
We're just painted black. Yeah. Because that's how we live, to show.
Yeah.
We're not the hard work.
So you're saying it goes beyond
yes,
the
it does.
Like Emeka, my advocacy was designed to broaden our consciousness.
I think you need to jump over the table to show us.
Yeah, show us how you show it.
I'll do that after
the show.
Anyway, time always flies by with so much left unsaid. We trust you to keep the conversation going on our social media platforms. On Facebook, Plus TV Africa, #TheAdvocateNG. On Twitter and Instagram, @Plus TV Africa, #TheAdvocateNG. So let's keep advocating for a better society. Bye then.
Until then,
bye. Bye.
Welcome to The Advocate, a program that thrashes out all the topical issues of the day.
When you are in government, you don't see nothing wrong with whatever is happening. The moment you are out there, everything is wrong.
You can't even see many women now, and when they're there, they're not even really making a mark, and then they have an NYSC problem and this and that.
One of the reasons why we don't have more women in politics in Nigeria is for as long as political meetings continue to take place in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Really disastrous for a president
to even say
be unaware of the chief
justice.
It's
a ploy. It could be a strategy.
That strategy was
very
terrible strategy. Because the buck stops at your table.
Whether it's that we don't look after our cities, and quite frankly, Nigeria is becoming a very ugly place.
When you are the only one feeding the people with this news, and there is nobody countering them, it becomes, the news.